even as machines. We are and will remain grateful. Thank you for launching. Thank you for coming. Bravo, 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 bravo to you. Gratitude. Karibu, karibu, karibu wageni wetu, mwakaribishwa kwa moyo wa furaha. Karibu, karibu, karibu wageni wetu, mwakaribishwa kwa moyo wa furaha.
In front of you is the Excellence IT Club, ready to present to you a poem entitled A Bruise to Dream, the Modern IT Lab. In halls where wires hum and screens glow bright, young minds are awakened to the gift of light. Not sunlight warm or candles flame, but sparks of thought that fan the flame. The modern lab, with tools so wide, opens a world they hold inside. With clicks and keys, they learn to see what once was locked in mystery. They build, they code, they dream and try. They learn to soar, they learn to fly. Friends of skills, they shape of future dreams. Here innovations takes its start, with furious hands and open heart. They solve real problems, build new ways, and plant seeds to brighter days. So, let us build, invest, inspire, fuel young minds with digital fire, for in that lab, their minds are free to craft the change they wish to see. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Ebi Olum or Mama Jonathan, and I'm happy to be here today. I want to say thank you for our visitors who have come in our school. We welcome you so much. We love visitors in our school. And I want to thank you for your coming here, because I know, when visitors come, you just believe that there is something good that is, they are carrying the goodies with them. So I know you have good goodies for us and for the Excellence Fraternity. I want to thank you for our director also, who has put a lot of effort in this school to make sure that the school is running very well. And also for our teachers are doing a good job. We really appreciate them for what they are doing. May God bless you, we love you, and we welcome you more and more in Kenya. God bless you.
Amen. I'm Pastor Robinson. I say thank you for director for this opportunity. Thank you for all parents that are here. Thank you for all students. Thank you for all our kind visitors for supporting us. We are happy for you. May God of heaven bless you. We know that God is very generous, and anytime you give, God must bless you. Because the Bible says, whoever gives in a cheerful heart, God will bless him. Therefore, we appreciate you for coming here. I'm a parent here. I'm also a pastor in this community. I know anytime there is knowledge, I know it is power. One thing in Africa, they could say, if you want to hide something for Africa, you must hide it in book, also in knowledge. But I know right now, by the grace of God, Africa is coming up, and I know our children are becoming more knowledgeable, and they are, by the grace of God, if you look our children right now, they are so empowered by the knowledge. Kwa hivyo vile wazungu walikuwa wanasema kitambo haiwezekani sahi, at least this time we are more enlightened, and we thank God for that.
So let me also take this opportunity to welcome you in Kenya and also pass my gratitude as the ICT team, that we are much grateful, because with IT you can do everything. So on behalf of the Excellence IT team, we say thank you. May God bless you, because now using the 21st century computers, we are a step ahead. Thank you so much. And may also say that let this be a start. So we expect you to visit us more and more. So on behalf of the students also, We promise that now we shall do our best.
We promise to work on ourselves, to advance in the learning sessions using the computers that are with us. We promise again that we are not going to let you down. We shall continue interacting and ensuring that everything works well, smooth. Thank you. God bless us all.
Allow me to give a brief history before I introduce my guests. I didn't see this as a reality. And I want to honor my great friend from Silver Spring Schools in Kibra, Isaiah Ochuka. Great man. Some years back when I began the Excellence School, it failed 3 times. Because I put people in charge and then I was running errands to get money to support the school. But literally people were failing the school 3 times. And then I began the school when I was not married. I tried to begin the school when I was not married. I was working in the UN Habitat, so I began giving some kids some bread around this place in the streets. And I said one time, because my passion is in education, I will begin a school. So 3 times I started. Around 25 learners, it failed. Because every time I could leave people in charge, they could take advantage of me and get money and then leave everything in a mess. Why am I saying this small message, great friends? Because people have taken advantage of me for many years. People have swindled money from me in the name of, because you have begun a small school, we are going to come in to support you. I reached a time, honestly, Dan, you'll forgive me for this, I hated white people. And I didn't want to see any white person next to this school for many years. The people who are brought, maybe the white people, their parents, because they sponsor students, so they were bringing them. Then along the way, my heart came back. Because people, around almost 5 times, people swindled me money, saying they were going to bring people on board. They are going to help people in the slum settings. So when Dan wrote me a message on WhatsApp, then told me, do you know someone called Isaiah Ochuka from Silver Springs? I said, yeah, he's a great man, I know him from Kibra, a great mobilizer. He said, we were to give computers to his school, but unfortunately, the circumstances as it stands in that school, it is not possible. So don't forgive me, because at some point I was not very sure if these are online scammers. I want to mention it here. Or what is it that actually, can someone just come and give you give you computers? How possible is that? Is it real? But along the way, the conversation amplified to almost reality. When we did an online meeting, then I saw the faces of people who are human beings. And they were talking sense. They were talking things which make sense in the 21st century. Things which make sense because we are in the new curriculum dispensation in Kenya, and digital literacy is one of the key pillars. I have just one word: felicitations for smart technologies, N50 computers, and all the team, the partners who are involved to make this a reality. Because indeed, it is a reality. And we are going to ride on this with the promises of this great man, Dan, mobilizing a team of great people that we are going not only to do to the excellent school, we are going to roll this out to many other schools which are ready for this digital literacy in the country.
Thank you so much, Smart Technologies, for this great initiative and everything that you are doing for private schools. And this, dear parents, is just evidence of how prepared we are as private schools and what we are doing as private schools to ensure that we achieve innovation and digital literacy in our schools. So parents, IT is no longer a reserve of a few. It is not like our days when I was in school that you could go for computer knowledge packages after high school. It is now an expectation that each and every candidate, every individual goes through the digital literacy at a tender age, because the world has turned into a global village. And what a beautiful way to converse and even get in touch with the entire world through technology.
To our Sub-County Director of Education and our visitors in the house and the fraternity of the Excellence Schools, I'm very glad and excited to be here. My name is Rosbella Ojiambo, and I am the Home Secretary, Kenya Private Schools Association. Kenya Private Schools Association is an association of all private schools of all cadres in Kenya. It actually encompasses the high cost school, middle cost school, and low cost schools, all under one umbrella. And we are not in competition with the government. We are complementing the government to disseminate education in Kenya. And above that, we have also the great WASA Kenya, which is led by our very own director, Dr. Wekono, who has been very instrumental in making sure that the voice of the underprivileged schools and the underprivileged children is heard by the government, and they also get the necessary support that they deserve in education. I'm particularly excited today because ICT, as our CEO has said, is no longer a reserve of the privileged. It's no longer for the few. This is an enabler in the competency-based curriculum. Our competency-based curriculum right now, with all the subjects we are doing, there is ICT integration. What does that mean? It means that we really need these great gadgets that you have brought to this institution. And with your kind heart, to be able to donate such facilities, such gadgets to this school, it will go a long way in helping these children achieve their competencies, their skills, and their aptitudes. So thank you very much, and may God bless you. The God that blew the wind to bring you to this place did it very well. You've done very well, and you shall surely be blessed. And for the fraternity of Excellence Schools, this is now a great moment for you to make sure that the world is within Excellence School. Through the gadgets, children can interact and can learn with even children who are out of this country and can be able to have the global space within their classrooms. So with the few remarks, I'm very grateful once again, and let us give our visitors a big clap. In Kiswahili, we say, asanteni sana.
My name is Rafael Musoki, Director of Education in charge of Dagoret Sub-County. I've been around for quite some time, having worked outside the capital city of Kenya. It's Nairobi, where we are, in so many regions. And when I reported to this sub-county about 4 years ago, you know, Kenya is a very big country, geographically. So when we are living in the rural areas of Kenya, in those remote villages, we assume all is well. There is everything in Nairobi. People mention the capital city of Kenya, we say there is everything. People live a very happy life. All the resources are there. But when I came, I got a shock of my life because I had not visited these areas to realize that we have some corners, some areas within the city which are underprivileged. Such areas, as you have witnessed, includes where we are. I understand you have been to Kibra, and this is Kawangware Division administratively. We call it Kawangware Division. And it's one of the slums in the city of Nairobi. This is where underprivileged people, downtrodden, people with no source of income sometimes leave. And as a Minister of Education, we really appreciate greatly when we get partners. Minister of Education really welcomes our partners, because as a government, we may not able to offer that quality education. We are actually not able because of the population. I want to give an example that in this area where we are, this division, we only have 4 public primary schools, 4 of them. The population in this area is over 20,000 learners. And therefore, these learners cannot fit in the government schools. So we encourage people like Dr. Moses. You've seen our team here, the chair and the secretary, private individuals, to come on board and complement the activities of the government in as far as education is concerned. So you're very much welcome, because you have really come to support us, and you've come at the right time when we are almost getting to complete our second cycle of competence-based curriculum. We are through with primary, now we are in junior, then we are heading to senior schools in terms of competence-based curriculum. And I cannot say that we are prepared enough. That's why we are looking for partners to come on board and assist, complement the resources that the government is able to offer. So you very much appreciated. I also want to appreciate Bwana Moses for promising that it is not going to be very selfish, that schools, the low-cost schools within the area, he has promised that those neighboring schools who can walk, they will also have a touch. They will be able at least to have a feel of what learning in as far as technology is concerned is. And therefore, I want to really say thank you for your coming. And once again, on behalf of the Minister of Education, karibu. Na karibu tena. Karibu means welcome. Welcome. Thank you, and God bless you.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome every one of us in this place, our teachers, parents, and students. Good morning. This moment, I just want to take this opportunity to thank our dear guest from USA, from Canada. This morning, we are very humbled. We thank God for this day that He has granted unto us. We don't take it for granted. It is an opportunity that God has blessed us with our guest, who has brought us the computers. They have upgraded our lab. We thank you so much, and we don't take it for granted.
So let me start about the most important thing when you deploy education technology in a school is to have a vision. And I got to say, you've got a vision. There's no doubt about it. What I've heard is you have a very strong vision. But without a vision, you're not going to have the results. And we pride ourselves in working with schools, communities that want to have educational outcomes for learners. And so vision is key, and we work with that. Second of all, we have what we call a formula for success. We like to claim it's ours, but it's not ours, it's yours. And you know it, I can tell by the way you think, is we say pedagogy first. So I'm talking to all the teachers now. You know what you want to do. You know how you want to reach your students. We don't. That's a very personal thing. It's a thing that you have, that you do. That's why you're trained. And so we believe that when you look at deploying technology, you need to look at pedagogy first. And so we start with asking you, what is it that you're trying to do? And then we say sometimes it's technology. Sometimes it's not. It could be 100 different things, but you know exactly what you want to do. You know the students that you're working with. You know their giftedness, the areas of where they need extra help. And so we start with pedagogy. Then the second thing we do is we look at, okay, for that particular pedagogy, what is the software? How do you want to actually accomplish the task? And so that very last piece is the thing that you see, the computer or the smart board or whatever the other piece of technology is. But you need to do them in that order in order to kind of get the recipe right. And so we've come up with 27, I think it is, different attributes that you need to consider when deploying technology in a school. And I believe that this school, the Excellence School, has participated in that survey. It's a self-assessment survey. We don't pretend to tell you how to do things, but we ask you to assess yourself over 27 different categories. And then the point of the survey is to draw out what groups should be talking to each other about getting an educational outcome. During COVID, Africa stood out as an excellent example of the importance of parents in education, the importance of the community in education. Very much so. So parents as well need to be very involved in their students and in the learners' activities. So teachers, vision, teaching, and then the students. The students have to want to learn. The students have to be curious. The students have to want to learn new things. And so I see that in spades here. I see you're here on a holiday. That's unusual. Very much appreciate that. And so at SMART, we have a purpose, and our purpose, we believe this deeply, is that we want to be the company that inspires greatness. Inspires greatness to us means that we create the moments in the classroom where a learner understands a concept and can take that to apply that to the rest of their life. We're not the ones that do that. The teacher does that. We help to facilitate that through the use of technology. So you're very much leading the charge in how technology is used. The company, and this is something that we've developed over the last couple of decades, is connections that matter. And when we say that, it's working with the N50 organization and like-minded people who understand the effort and the amount of work it takes to make technology effective in the classroom. And so I want to say thank you to everybody for having us here. I'm very honored to be here. It's a small contribution, but I'm very happy to see how it's landed. I love the fact that we got a vision, right? I love the interest. Kelvin, where's Kelvin? Anyways, he's probably up in the lab. There he is, working away, self-taught. Learned today. I was very impressed with that. But just a curiosity around the technology. I think you'll find that you've got the essential ingredients for success here. There's no doubt in my mind. You've got the right mindset. You've got the right leadership. And so hopefully this is a little portal into the digital world. And I expect great things. I think you'll have a little bit of trouble not keeping the lab open after hours. I think you'll have students lined up outside to use it. But I want to thank you for the privilege of being here today. And I hope you get the most out of the technology that you can. So with that, I'll pass it over to Dan. Thank you.
So my name is Dan. I run an organization called the N50 Project. And people always ask, what does N50 stand for? And when we started the N50 Project, roughly around half of the world was not participating in the digital world. So about half the world was unable to participate, was unable to take online classes, was unable to do research, everything that we often take for granted when it comes to digital. And now we still have about 3.1 billion people in the world that don't access the digital world. And digital is no longer a luxury. It is an absolute necessity to compete and to thrive in today's world. And so the N50 just pulls together partners, which you've seen several of those today, and we'll talk about them in a moment, to pull together technology. But here's something else I want you to think about also, and I'm going to really ask our just officials from the school and the government as well to think about this as well. If you don't participate in the digital world, you're not learning from the digital world, but we're also not learning from you, right? I'm not learning from you. I would have never met Dr. Wankano if it weren't for the digital world when I met him first time on a Zoom call, and when he was highly skeptical of who is this who is this white man, was giving me computers. Come up here for a moment. Yeah.
God bless you.
God bless you, my friend. So, yeah, we weren't skeptical, but we were human. All of a sudden, digital made us human. It wasn't this person on the other side of the world who wanted to talk about computers and smart boards and technology. We became humans. We became friends. And we started talking about each other's families and culture. And that's what the digital world can do if you open it up, if you dive into it. And so I don't want to go through a lot of long discussion today. You can hear my heart and my passion for it. We started this organization a couple of years ago, and it wouldn't have been possible without partners. Smart Technologies is the absolute best company I've worked with, period, when it comes to digital technologies, digital tools, interactive stuff, and learning. And Nicholas, you guys are fantastic. And I will say this too, to all the government officials that are doing this as well. There's a lot of smart boards out there. But to have a smart board with humans behind it who actually care about making connections that matter is something completely different. And I think you're going to see that today. To my friends at Intel, Sean, and I think Sarah in the back, have worked tirelessly to create technology that's affordable, right? So that every single community in Kenya, every school in Kenya should have the ability to connect, should have the ability to interact, and the ability to participate in the digital world, right? The people who actually do the network. By the way, I just checked, for those that are wondering, there's a Starlink now here. And our friends from Starlink have helped us with a couple of donations, and we're getting right now, the last check, 197 megs download and about 35-40 upload. Have you ever had that before, Calvin? Where is he? Have you ever had that before? Never. What's the fastest speed you've ever seen here? Was it? 20. You're 20 times that. It's real. It's real. It can happen. So this technology is coming together and making it happen. So you have it. You have a great lab, a great computer. By the way, some friends from a company called Learning Upgrade have 1,800 courses you can take to learn more and discover it as well. And I want you to do this. And I'm going to talk to the students for one moment. All the students, look at me for a moment if you can. This is for you, right? This is not just a computer room. It's a room of dreams. Right? So dream of what you want to do and what you want to become, and it can help you get there. It's a room of dreams. Luke chapter 12, Jesus was talking and he said what? To whom much is given, much is expected, much is required. Right? Students, you've been given a great gift. But if you don't use it, it just sits there in dust and rust and it'll go away, right? Use it. Become entrepreneurs. Become scientists. Become astronauts, right? Give back to your community. To whom much is given, much is expected, much is required. So it's a great gift, but now it's your chance to give back, right? And we want to give back to every school in Kenya. To my friend, where's Isaiah and Vivian, Brian? Right, my friends from Kibera, who graciously hosted me there, and I saw the Silver Spring School. Help them as well, right? Teach them as well. Teach every Kenyan about this. So it's not just about, Moses' white friend from America or whatever the case is, right? It's about family. And so with that, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you especially to our friends and our partners. Thank you for taking my call, for one, because you were skeptical. And what else was interesting, Dr. Wankano will not tell you all the details behind it, but I called him and I said, hey, we need to do this right away, real quickly, because we kind of had an issue with another school we're working with. Can you help me? And he said, I think so. I think I can help you. And he had a room, a beautiful room. What a beautiful school this is. How fortunate, how privileged to go to this school. Unbelievable. But he also had a beautiful room. He had desks available that we could set up on. It made it very easy. And so anyway, I hope you don't consider us just a company, right? There's a lot of companies out there. They're humans, right? People with heart that can want to collaborate together. And by the way, you are no longer part of the 3 billion people that don't participate in the digital world. Now you participate in the digital world, but we want you to participate, which means giving back, right? Telling us what's going on, helping solve problems, right? Sharing what you want to share. And so that's my challenge. I just want to say thank you for letting me be here. I appreciate it. God bless you.
I have to say the highlight that I've had so far was actually yesterday when I had an amazing group of students get to come into the lab. We still had cords everywhere. We were still working hard. But these students just brought the light and they brought the magic into the room. And so I cannot tell you enough how excited I am to see what you do with it. So today we're going to go back up. We're going to have a sneak peek again. But it's really about what happens after today. So I'm so excited to see what's next. That's it.
So having this opportunity to give back to the community, to give back to your school, and to be able to really enable the educators, the teachers, to really focus on enabling our students to find their strength and find their best is a real privilege for me. So it's a pleasure to be here, and I hope to be able to continue to visit you, given that I do come to Kenya pretty often, and continue to help the school to explore and learn how to use technology in the classroom to really focus on improving the outcomes for the students. So it's a pleasure, and asante sana.
Empowering young minds is not just giving the equipments that have been given today, but it is creating great leaders of tomorrow. We go back to Luke 12, it's upon them. It's upon them to take it to another level. And I cannot maybe say anything more than this. It has been said by many educationists. Mandela said education is the best thing that you can ever have, because it will change everything. But the most important thing I can say about the change that we expect is when we change our mindset and we change how we embrace what comes before us. Technology is coming fast and furious. Some are not embracing it with the pace it is coming with, but we are lucky that we have been given a prophecy in these meetings that actually we might be far behind what other people are, maybe in the US, in Canada, but with this being given to us as a school, we shall work hard to catch up with the pace. Even in our education system, I know these gadgets are not very easy to find. It cannot be in every school. It cannot be accessible by every child. But with the resources we have in our availability, we are going to make sure, Nicholas, we shall not disappoint you. Dan, we shall not disappoint you. What I have to say is, please do it again for others. And we are there to give way, to give guidance, and to give support where it is necessary.